And that means you're not trying to just get someone to just have their pain go away, make them go to the bathroom a little bit easier, make the thyroid condition get a little bit better. You're looking for them to be healthy for the rest of their life. For the next 2 years, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, you're trying to create principles that are going to be lifelong principles that are going to create health and longevity for someone. And that way, someone is not living in fear that they're going to get sick, living in fear that there's nothing they can do for their health, that they just got to sit back and just hope and pray that it doesn't happen to them. But the reality is that your lifestyle choices, the decisions that you make, are going to create health, or they will create sickness and disease. Right. So you got to be guided on that. And this morning when I was thinking about testimonies and things to go through here, I was thinking about all the people that have already come in and they've already changed, with digestive disorders that we're talking about today. People have already come in and they're on a whole host of supplements. Not bad supplements, like good supplements that they're taking. They're taking the right thing. They're eating fermented foods. Lots of them are vegetarians, eating small amounts of meat. When they eat meat, they're eating very clean meats. But they still have the digestive problems. They're taking supplements. They've cleaned up their diet. But the one thing they've never addressed is the body healing correctly? Right. Is the nervous system that's feeding life into the digestive system, is it even working or functioning correctly? And so for a lot of you guys, you're like, what does that even mean? That just means that you have 5 lumbar vertebrae that are in the base of your spine, so right above your butt bone. And so if any 5 of those vertebrae, and even moving up a little bit higher into that thoracic spine, but if any of those vertebrae are shifted or they're rotated out of position, it now starts to crush the nerve fiber. And if you're crushing a nerve that feeds life into those organ cells and tissues, is there any way on God's green earth that those organs are going to function correctly?
Never.
It just can't happen, because the brain has to get a signal to those organs. The only way that's going to happen is through those pathways. Okay, so what we do is we say, okay, well, let's take an x-ray of this. Let's figure out specifically what's going on here. And then you start to see the rotation. You start to see the scoliosis, the degeneration, the stenosis, the spondy, whatever you end up seeing down there. And so now we know, okay, here's the issue, and let's put a plan together of how we're going to attack it. You're already eating right. You're already taking supplements. Obviously, that's not the issue. The issue is that your nervous system can't function and heal correctly. So we got to get in there and start to fix that interference to restore function, to restore health and healing in there. And, that's the process of how people get well. And then all of a sudden, their constipation's gone. Their acid reflux is gone. The GERD is gone. All these things are gone. It wasn't because they had some magic, bone broth or curcumin or fermented food. It was that the life force that's already inside the body, all the things that you don't have to add in, they're already there that God gave you. Now your body's flowing. Now your body's healing. We call it the power's on. And it's no different than all of a sudden we flip the light switches in this room. And now we got light. Now we can see, and that's the same thing that starts to happen through the body. But the reason that whole process happens is because somebody got uncomfortable, they took action, they called the number, they came into our office, and we started to walk them through the process. And that number is 877-778-6978. And Dr. Rick, I think if we could talk about what the best patients that get the best results, what's their mindset? What do they come in? What do they change to get these results? Because not everybody comes in and just follows everything we're going to tell them and ends up with these massive results, because so many people just sit there and think that they can't get well. There's no way that it could happen for them.